In this edition of AVTN News, harvest season has arrived for students in the Indy Ag program. Plus, learn more about the progress of several ongoing projects within the school district. And later, we'll take a look at your local, world, and sports news, all ahead on this edition of AVTN News. Thanks for tuning in to AVTN News. I'm Shane Eater.
And I'm Josie Fischels. With the arrival of fall this past week, the Indy Ag program was hard at work studying the progress of harvest season, with the area farmers donating time, equipment, and services to harvesting the district's soybean field. The weather was near perfect to have a successful and easy harvest of the crops. While most area farmers are keeping their eyes on commodity prices with concerns of low profits, if not budgetary deficits. Any money raised on the sale of Ag program soybeans will go to fund the program and its projects. Currently, the Ag program is overseeing the installation of a greenhouse currently being assembled in the southern edge of this junior-senior high school.
Progress continues on the school's new transportation center and tennis courts on the northwest edge of the school's property. Crews put the final touches on the all-steel skeleton of the building this past week, allowing walkers on the Trotter Trail to further envision how the grounds will transform in the coming weeks. The district is hopeful to have all district vehicles at the new building by late fall.
In other district news, other maintenance and renovation projects have continued to see progress in areas beyond the junior-senior high school. In an effort to further offer the community a welcoming, healthy, and safe environment, the district, with assistance from Indy Telecommunications, laid the electrical lines for all new LED lighting along the district's paved portion of Trotter Trail. This is in addition to the existing trash receptacles and benches.
Also on the east end of the campus, renovations to the east and west elementary playgrounds broke ground this past week with upgrades to basketball courts and equipment. For parts of the playground, some equipment was over 15 years old. Administrators hope the upgrades will not only allow for students to stay active, but safe as well.
The Mustang Marching Band allowed open competition this past weekend with a double-header on the road to Marion and afternoon performance on Linn-Mar High School, where the band placed a close first, edging out on Clear Creek Amana by 1 point. Clear Creek would gain the upper hand by nightfall, where at Marion High School, the Mustang Marching Band took second place to the Clippers by a narrow margin of only 0.6 of a point. The band also garnered awards throughout the day for Best Horns, Drum Major, and Color Guard. The Mustang Marching Band continues into the second week of competition with shows at Cedar Rapids Prairie in the 5-season Marching Invitational at Kingston Stadium in Cedar Rapids.
In our continuing series on Living the Mustang Way, we've been asking you to let us know of individuals who have exemplified the Mustang Way. This week's viewer submission is another prime example. High school sophomore Ryan Adams is the definition of the well-rounded student. Being involved in the arts, athletics, technology, and setting the bar high academically are what he's all about.
Ryan is one of the first people to help others. He is very responsible, and he cares about performing in an excellent way. He's a good representative of that.
It means that I show the characteristics that we value here, such as honesty, commitment, just encouraging others. Just have a positive outlook on whatever you're doing and a good attitude.
Ryan stays quite busy through each season in the school year, whether involved in wrestling, marching band, jazz band, the spring musical, track and field, swimming, and many others. Not only is he a hard worker who represents our schools abroad in contest, he's a leader who many of his peers respect and follow. If you have a suggestion or nomination for our Living the Mustang Way series, email avtnnews at ndavtech@gmail.com.
Coming up after the break, we'll bring you the latest in Mustang sports with a look at your Mustang Nation's scoreboard, plus the latest in Mustang volleyball and football. And after that, later in the show, we'll take a quick look at your local and world news, plus your weather vision forecast. You're watching AVTN News, all things Mustangs.
Overwhelmed and confused about how to create a website? Need a logo for your new or existing business? 63% of consumers look to websites first when seeking products or services. Let Fusion Forward ease your mind and accelerate your business with an affordable, professional website and much more. Visit www.fusionford.com to view our work. Take advantage of our free, no-obligation 15-minute consultation. Call 319-334-9300 to set up an appointment at our Independence office. Fusion Ford, accelerate your business. What does it mean to be maroon and white? What does it mean to be a Mustang? Pride, determination, and a unified support of all things Mustang. Support the 3 A's of Mustang excellence: arts, athletics, and academics. Success in all areas and a drive to be competitive is who we are. We are the Mustangs. Support the maroon and white in school and around town by showing your Mustang pride each and every day. This message is brought to you by AVTN and the Independence AV Tech Club.
Have you had the opportunity to see or play in an athletic event at Lyle Limbaugh Field? How about visit or use the multi-purpose athletics facility at the field? Have you or someone you know had the chance to walk the American Trotter Trail on the district's campus? Chances are many of you have, but many of you may not know a group of volunteers comprising the Independence Mustang Foundation has helped pave the way for these great assets to our school district and community, literally, by also working on the Limbaugh Complex Paver Project. The Mustang Foundation continues to support district-wide projects including the Junior-Senior High School Grand Piano, new cameras and technology for staff, students, and AV Tech Club, plus the group is now working on a project called The Final Push, which will foster new field turf for outdoor events, a new district home for the school's tennis, softball, and baseball teams with venues on the district's unified campus. Learn how you can donate and support the Mustang Foundation's mission by visiting their website at www.indymustangfoundation.com. The Mustang Foundation, helping unite us all as the Mustangs. The Mustang Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization.
With Look Into Your Mustang Nation Sports, I'm Will Whited. The Mustang volleyball team, while off to a strong start this season, experienced some solid play and high state rankings, saw a quick detour into their success following a shutout on the road playing the Marion Indians. With the close sets, the Mustangs battled back and forth, swapping leads with the Indians, only to come up short each of the 3 matches. The Indians swept the Mustangs 3-0. The Mustang cross-country team continues to build on a strong, solid season. The Mustangs traveled to compete in the Jessup Invitational, competing with 32 other schools, where Silver Mustang runners competed season best times. Shane McNinney finished second in a blistering time of 15 minutes 6 seconds on the 4K course. Other finishers including Maria Crawford with a time of 18 minutes 54 seconds, Grace Bertelli in the 1911, Taylor Lynch with a 20 minutes 11 seconds, and JC Swarding in a 21 minute 8 seconds. For the Mustang men, Ryan Adams in a time of 18:35 for the boys on the 5K course. Then followed by Joy Zeezer and Cade Sogling, followed in a 1911 time, and Taylor Streif in a 1947. The football team picked up an important win this past week, spoiling the homecoming celebrations for Vinton-Schellsburg Vikings. The Mustang came out strong following a rough mid-September where their team saw 3 consecutive losses on the season. The Mustang offense managed to put up 240 yards rushing between Chase Straw and Jake Jewell, while in the air, the Mustangs put up 147 yards through the passing attack. The win definitely helps the Mustangs stay in the playoff mix. The Mustangs currently sit 5th in the conference, 1 game back of a sub-state berth behind Decorah. The Mustangs take on 0-5 Northern Conference opponent Crestwood this Friday. As we wrap up sports, here's a look at your Mustang Nation scoreboard. We'll be right back.
What can being a Mustang do for you? Let's start from the top. Being a Mustang will give you the chance to learn from some of the state's best teachers at all levels, kindergarten through high school. Being a Mustang will allow you the chance to become involved and hands-on with our state award-winning arts, athletics, plus our non-competitive activities groups. Being a Mustang will allow you to study, achieve, and grow into the person you want to be. Will you be a Mustang? For more information on the Mustang Way, visit the school's website at www.independence.k12.ia.us. Independence Community Schools. Start here, succeed anywhere.
Overwhelmed and confused about how to create a website? Need a logo for your new or existing business? 63% of consumers look to websites first when seeking products or services. Let Fusion Forward ease your mind and accelerate your business with an affordable, professional website and much more. Visit www.fusionforward.com to view our work. take advantage of our free, no-obligation 15-minute consultation. Call 319-334-9300 to set up an appointment at our Independence office. Fusion Ford, accelerate your business.
Have you had the opportunity to see or play in an athletic event at Lyle Limbaugh Field? How about visit or use the multi-purpose athletics facility at the field? Have you or someone you know had the chance to walk the American Trotter Trail on the district's campus? Chances are many of you have, but many of you may not know a group of volunteers comprising the Independence Mustang Foundation has helped pave the way for these great assets to our school district and community, literally, by also working on the Limbaugh Complex Paver Project. The Mustang Foundation continues to support district-wide projects including the Junior-Senior High School Grand Piano, new cameras and technology for staff, students, and AV Tech Club, plus the group is now working on a project called The Final Push, which will foster new field turf for outdoor events, a new district home for the school's tennis, softball, and baseball teams with venues on the district's unified campus. Learn how you can donate and support the Mustang Foundation's mission by visiting their website at www.indymustangfoundation.com. The Mustang Foundation, helping unite us all as the Mustangs. The Mustang Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization.
Taking a look into your local news, Mayor Pro Tem Bob Hill led the most recent Independence City Council meeting after it was announced to the council and community that City Mayor Bonita Davis will be sidelined for at least the next month, if not slightly longer, for undisclosed health matters. According to Hill, the health problems are not expected to be long-term issues.
The Independence Farmers Market continues to provide fresh and unique products to area patrons now into fall. With the changing seasons comes many of the same great products many have come to expect, but also the added fall baked goods and produce. The last day for the 2014 Indy Farmers Market is currently slated for Saturday, October 18th. You can find out more on the Farmers Market at indyfarmersmarket.com or on Facebook at Independence Farmers Market.
Finally, in local news, as reported by our coverage partners at the Independence Bulletin Journal, in a special meeting held this past week, the Independence City Council has granted permission to City Manager Al Roeder to purchase a property near the current fire station and City Hall. In a unanimous vote, the Council approved the purchase of 316 2nd Street Southeast, or the property directly south of the firehouse. According to meeting details, the city's plan is to remove the existing structure on the property and eventually erect a new police station in an effort to both expand department space and save the taxpayers money. Currently, the city pays the county a reported $52,000 per year to rent space at the courthouse.
Switching to world news, the first confirmed case of the Ebola virus was reported this past week in the United States. World News Agency first reported Tuesday that the first case was reported in Texas, where a quarantine patient was in a Dallas-Fort Worth hospital.
A group of pro-democracy demonstrators have pushed what is being called the Umbrella Revolution in the former British, now Chinese city of Hong Kong. In a bizarre class of protesters and government, these students, IT professionals, and teachers, among others, are not looting storefront windows, throwing homemade bombs, or fighting police. Rather, in a show of peaceful protest, the large gathering of people have picked up the trash, removed graffiti, and announced that they are changing Hong Kong after the Chinese government announced it would limit specific candidates from being on the ballot in 2017. In what appears to be an attempt to avoid a repeat of the 1989 Tiananmen Square massacre, the youth movement is choosing to kill with kindness. Before we wrap up this edition of AVTN News, we turn now to Kylie with a look at your Weather Vision forecast.
Taking a look into your Weather Vision forecast for this early part of October, we'll see high temperatures this week take a big hit for the first time this year, dropping weekend and early week temperatures below normal into the lower 50s before rebounding into the 60s for next week. Lows at night will also drop below normal through the weekend at times in the mid-30s. We could even see some possible frost into Sunday morning. This time of the year, though, lots of things can happen as we see the averages for the month of October. But take a look at these records. From as high as 94 degrees in 1997 to 15 degrees in the same year. October can really bring some of Mother Nature's biggest mood swings, which, yes, can include some minor snow by month's end. On average, in Iowa, October can see about a ½ inch of snow, but again, anything can happen. That cold date in 1997 also brought 4.5 inches of snow to parts of Iowa for a grand total of 5.5 inches by Halloween. So far, we're not expecting anything that extreme, fortunately, this year, and primarily, we'll still be keeping precipitation in the form of rain, where we should see, on average, around 2.5 inches of precipitation. As we take a look at the mid-range outlook, here we are on Friday the 3rd, and moving through the weekend, we'll see the cold front that brought all the cold air down from Canada will continue to push to the east as the past mid-week rain pulls north over the Great Lakes. Part of the storm system will break off from the jet stream and park itself over Hudson Bay, helping to keep the temperatures cool across the upper Midwest through the weekend. But notice out to the west, a ridge of high pressure starts to build by early next week, with a warm front approaching Iowa, which should hopefully bring some more seasonal temperatures to the Hawkeye State. Taking a look at the long-range model starting again at Friday, the 3rd, we'll see that ridge of high pressure build in over Colorado and the Rockies, which will eventually push east enough to the warm state. All of those lines on the map, blue lines on the map, represent 32 or colder, and red is 50 or warmer. This gives us an idea of really where these air masses are all headed. Taking a look into your 7-day forecast, we'll see the drastic cool down through the weekend as cool Canadian air settles in over the Midwest through Monday before temps start to warm back up in midweek. Temps Saturday and Sunday will be in the mid to upper 50s before returning to the upper 60s and low 70s by midweek. Lows at night will hold steady in the 40s, but take note for Saturday into Sunday, as it will be a little breezy. We'll see northwest winds 15 to 25 miles per hour, with gusts at time up to 30. Otherwise, the rest of the 7-day looks nearly flawless, with no strong chances for rain.
Thanks, Kylie. The weather forecast sounds great as long as we aren't talking about snow.
And with that, we want to thank you for tuning in to this edition of AVTN News. As always, these newscasts are a production of the students here at the Junior Senior High School and the AV Tech Club. If you have a story submission you'd like to see, email us at ndavtech@gmail.com or find AV Tech News under the Activities tab on the school district website. For Kylie, Josie, and Will, I'm Shane Eater, and you've been watching AVTN News,
All Things Mustangs.
Have a great day and an even better tomorrow. We'll see you next time.